How does my drift car do in grip driving on the track? Let's go find out. Little mini GT4. Got the old Beamer sitting over here. I was able to pull 45 seconds. I started out here with 51, I think, and I definitely got some coolant leaking down, so that might be it for the day. The Porsche, he ran a 43 second, so 2 seconds behind him in my Drift Miata. Not too bad. Could do better. I think their first event's this weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to that. Got some coolant things I'm gonna have to remedy over here. Let's see if we can get this thermostat out of there. It is tucked back away, definitely not in a ideal location. There we go. That there, that's our culprit. I never liked the cork gasket on there. New season, new fluid. It is time to freshen this little guy up. Okay, all right. We're gonna go with some Redline 7090. I'm gonna have to use the old plunger to get her in there. Let's fill it up and then move on to the transmission. I'm curious to see what that one looks like. Looks like some alien blood. Rear diff fluid and the transmission fluid, got those swapped out. In case you guys were wondering, this here is the lightweight shock-proof oil as well as MT90. That's what I use in the transmission. One more thing I wanted to do was take a look at the fuel filter. I'm gonna disassemble this, clean it out, make sure the fuel filter's good. Pinch these guys off, try and reduce the amount of fuel that's gonna go into my armpits. Give this guy a wash and throw her back in. Probably would have been easier just to take the whole damn thing off, wouldn't it? The easy way. Who does things the easy way? Just like that, fuel filter is finito. Now that we've gone through some of the maintenance, I have decided to put another AN fitting on the other side of the valve cover. We're gonna go to dual lines to the back. I'm actually going to delete the ABS pump, get my catch can mounted right in the back, and then we'll have better airflow so we don't get so much oil out of the catch can. That was just dumping oil up here. I had some parts come in today, which means we have a few more upgrades. I come into contact with the sway bar, a little bit up here. What I want to do is I've been running this thing at the innermost setting for the lower control arm. The first slot is a plus 10 mil, so I've been running about a plus 10 mil. So that means I've got 30 millimeters on both sides of this car that I can gain on track with, push the tire out, and hopefully clear all these things. I'm removing the upper control arm and swapping the stock upper control arm out for a destroyer die. It is an adjustable upper ball joint, so I'm going to be able to gain that track width without gaining crazy amounts of camber with it. And just like that, we got ourselves one control arm. So I've got to push out the bushings, get them into the new arm, brake lines, get everything adjusted, make sure everything's correct, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, these brake lines, they are not going to cut it. They are just too shallow. I'm not at full lock yet, and the brake line is, you know, like a harp string. We've got some destroyer dies. These are extended brake lines, and that is going to give me just enough room so I can get full lock. One brake line. Now, if I go to full lock, I can hit full lock, and we still got play. I guess I have more brake lines, and this is kind of the big question mark. So I want to remove this ABS pump. And the reasoning is so I can fit my new catch can right behind it, or this won't be here, but in this area. We'll kind of just slowly get after this and see how it turns out. I really don't know how it's going to turn out, but I hope it turns out. When starting on this, I like to douse everything down with a little WD-40, get the lines loose. I'll also tuck some of these rags underneath because brake fluid will cause the paint to become damaged. And then from there, loosen up all the fittings, slowly but surely come out of there with the pump. And then I just hand bend these lines so I can get these fittings on and reconnect the lines without the pump there, just to get things bled and moving forward. All of these 3 lines here, these are all gonna go away because the goal is to get a Chase Bays brake booster delete, and it's a 6-to-1 ratio. Different pedal ratio, but no brake booster. All 3 of these lines will no longer be here. I will be left with just this one. And even then, I might cut and reflare it. This is all temporary, but what this does do is keeps the car on the road. I'm a big proponent of keeping your car on the road, keeping it moving. The longer it sits in your driveway, not operational, the less you use your car. So I can now bleed my brakes because all the lines and fittings are connected. They will be replaced at some point, so the ugliness is not a super big deal to me. But now I can install my catch can and get my AN fittings and get this thing ready to rock. It's almost hard to show on camera just how wide. It just doesn't do it justice. I finished up the car. I did not film it, so I will show you what I did. I got the catch can installed. I did a full alignment. I'll go over that, and I'm hoping I can get a few hours on track. This event started yesterday. It's Saturday and it goes until Sunday. I believe there's a little bit of a competition. I'm not sure. First time I've been, the first competition I've ever done. Let's see how it does. Let's get out there and have some fun. We've made it out here to Festival of Speed, and I just wanted to show you, we got the radium catch can. Other than that, we got the full alignment going. Yow. This is just a quick view of the first few laps out on track, and I was feeling super great. I mean, I was throwing this thing from lock to lock, left foot braking. Here he goes, just 2 laps, me warming up for practice day. And this is still me just trying to get some laps in because I didn't know how the comp was going to be or what the layout really is, where they want you to start or end. Turns out basically the infield is all they do for the novice. We're getting to the end of the day on Saturday, practice day, and it finally clicked in my head that, like, you know, oh shoot, I'm going to do a competition tomorrow. I had to look around and I found somebody that was willing to allow me to follow them. I wasn't really looking for super close proximity. I just wanted to have a car in front of me so I can try and mimic their moves and have my brain ultimately just experience that, because I have close to 0 experience following anyone. I followed a Corvette once and I believe an E36 in the rain once, but only for very short periods of time and certainly not in a competition. I can see immediately that I was using the handbrake as if it were a crutch. Every single corner I'm pulling that thing, and I don't know if it's because I'm trying to slow the car down because I'm timid or what the situation is. Multiple mistakes. I have a lot to learn. Here we are. It is Sunday. It is going to be first round. We are lined up for novice. I'm joining novice competition. Who knows how this is going to turn out? I've never done a competition before. We got the line of cars all the way up. Once you get situated, figure out who we're running, we'll start doing laps. At the start of that run, you can tell immediately my nerves were just kicking off, and I did okay towards the end of the run, but now I'm going to be following him, and let's take a look at how follow for round one went. Unfortunately for that round, my competitor spun out right on turn one. You know, things happen. I think for me personally, you can see my nerves at the start of my lead run for this round. I'm super glad I'm finally getting the opportunity to try a competition and just teach myself over time how to get better. But man, great first experience, round one in the books. Let's go. As I pull up to the start line here, I am just devastated. I cannot believe I just spun out. After only spinning out twice the entire day before and running several laps, of course the nerves got to me. Once again, I reach for the handbrake, and I know I shouldn't, but what do you do? First competition, had a great time. Didn't really matter where I placed. I'm just glad I got to experience it, and I'm definitely going to be looking forward to the next time I get to join a competition. When or where that is, who knows? But, you know, I made mistakes. I should learn from those mistakes and move forward. Oh man, my nerves got up, and I decided to go full tilt on a set of tires that are definitely gone. No tread left. But that was a lot of fun. I'll be back. And that was my first experience at a drift competition here at the Festival of Speed. Spun out both lead and chase laps. Tires in the back were basically done and they were starting to delam. I should have changed them out. But you know what? It's a learning experience and it was a lot of fun. The car did really well and it is very competitive. I did the best I could, got through round one, got into round two, and I think I just tried to give it all the beans. Couldn't recover, so I spun out and he got the win on round two. What a great time. Got to do a bunch of modifications, get the car better. Now when I'm at full lock, I'm not hitting the sway bar in the inner frame rail. Until next time, guys, I'm pretty exhausted and I got a long drive home, so we'll see you in Orlando. Thanks for watching.